Hi, everybody. Welcome to Straight Talk by Place Overseas. I'm Nafisa Kopçiç. Now, this week, I have just 3 words for you. Palm Jebel Ali. And it's back. It's bigger, bolder, louder than ever before. It's one of the most talked about mega projects in the world. And I have Cameron here with me to kind of maybe even remove that hype a little bit and see what's behind it. I mean, I feel like 20 years I've been listening, Palm Jebel Ali, the future is being built. Let's just all get in there or whatever. What is Palm Jebel Ali, Cameron?
Nafisa, for me, Palm Jebel Ali is Dubai's Phoenix moment. It's where Dubai reinvents itself from its ashes into a future that nobody thought could ever exist. That's Palm Jebel Ali in a sentence for me, or two.
A future that we could never believe it can exist. But listen, I just said before, this whole talk and the hype started, 20 years ago, even more, in 2002. Then, if you guys don't know, around 2008, during the financial crisis, the project stopped. Some even said, this is it, it's done and dusted. Some even said this big, massive growth of Dubai came to an end. But then, now it's back. They're promising even better. Investors are already there, agents are selling, promising all the flats will be done, villas, a massive Friday mosque has been unveiled just the other day. I mean, can they do this time? Can they pull this off?
Well, if you ask my opinion, Dubai simply has no other choice but to pull it off. And I tell you why. Because this is why I call it Dubai's Phoenix moment. Like from its ashes to a new bright future. Because so far, when you look at Dubai over the past 30, 40 years, this incredible, from simply the desert to one of the most magnetic places on the face of Earth. And, let's take our hat off. They did it. In that episode, in that journey, Palm Jebel Ali is, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people will share this view, Palm Jebel Ali is one of their kind of flops, if you like. Not necessarily because they failed in an engineering or architectural way, or not necessarily because or their own fault necessarily, but the 2008 global crisis kind of put out the fire that was Palm Jebel Ali. That big hope, that
it was like this massive story of success, of making desert into something so new, futuristic, and then sort of puff.
What happened is, they managed to build Palm Jumeirah, which is a much smaller version of Palm Jebel Ali. They managed to build Palm Jumeirah, and Palm Jumeirah, to up until today, is Dubai's most premium area. Anyone who's someone, they have a place on Palm Jumeirah. It's like, people are proud to say, I live on Palm Jumeirah. Or I just had my vacation at a resort on Palm Jumeirah. So Palm Jumeirah is Dubai's trophy.
Yeah.
Now, and if you look at Palm Jumeirah, from launch, from the very, very early launch till today, property prices have gone up by close to 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. In fact, the average is about 700%. Now, even in the last 4 years, prices of villas on Palm Jumeirah have gone up by close to 150%. So what was 100 is now about 250 even in the last
Yeah,
4
but
or 5 years.
how can you
But that's
convince
what I'm
investors that
That's
Palm
what I'm
Jebel
getting
Ali
at.
will be the
So
same?
with that success of Palm Jumeirah
Mm.
and everything that goes with Palm Jumeirah, the marina, the walk, everything, the Jumeirah walk, and the whole, it's not just the palm, it's around the palm, it's the whole development, that particular part of Dubai that leads into Palm Jumeirah. Then, and a few mistakes were made in terms of the access. There's only one access, and the width of the fronts, and a few other things, which I don't want to go into. But so now, with all those learnings, with all the sort of new inventions, they decided in 2002 to build yet another palm. Bigger, better, more elite.
With more experience.
In every way.
Yeah.
And in 2002 onwards, from 2002 onwards, sales started. But then 2008, the whole world was hit by the sublending crisis, the global crisis. The global crisis almost puts all the sand back onto Palm Jumeirah.
But wait, I don't want to talk about the past that much. I think most of our viewers, if they're investors, they know the story about it. So they return money to most of the early investors.
Correct.
They stopped the project. Fast forward, we are now, 2025, 2026. What's the deal now? How can they convince people, listen, this time we will manage to finish the project? No one is mentioning actual end date. They're just promising things. But that's kind of normal for Dubai. They're selling things before it's being even built. But let's remove the hype. Let's remove the marketing. How realistic is this project, in your opinion, as an investor?
Dubai cannot possibly not deliver Palm Jebel Ali, because Palm Jebel Ali is a scar, is the biggest scar on Dubai's history, is the biggest, if you like, I'd go as far as saying shame on Dubai's history. Not necessarily their fault. They couldn't predict the global crisis. And when global crisis happened, the first people to pull back are investors that follow hype, or investors that follow dreams, because they're a crisis. So that's when demand fell. In 2 months, property prices in Palm Jebel Ali fell by over 40% in 2 months. 40% reduction. And then we know what happened. So Dubai has to deliver Palm Jebel Ali. And not only they have to deliver, but they have to deliver something that is better in every possible way than Palm Jumeirah.
So how does that fit in Dubai's wider real estate supply?
Okay, this is how I see it. So basically, Palm Jebel Ali is not just a palm, in my opinion. Isn't just a better, bigger Palm Jumeirah. It is the positioning of New Dubai, which is something we covered in a few episodes before. The New Dubai, which is Palm Jebel Ali, the high-end, the waterfront world, the waterfront section of New Dubai, then all the way residences, residential areas, commercial areas, the new population growth of Dubai from just short of 4 million today to the projected 7, if not 8 million in 10 years' time. This is doubling of the population. So a new Dubai is being created. A new Dubai with less traffic, better access, better highways is being created. And Palm Jebel Ali,
Al Maktoum Airport, the biggest
exactly,
airport
in Dubai South, all the way down. And Palm Jebel Ali is kind of the trophy, the symbol of New Dubai, from ashes to the big dream, from ashes to the future that nobody thought could be delivered.
But
that's Palm Jebel Ali.
But with so much luxury coming online, with so much talk about luxury, does global demand can actually absorb it? Is there a chance of saturation when it comes to this overflow of these things? I don't know. I just kind of feel like I'll be just honest. Is it too late for this comeback now, or is it? I mean, having in mind everything that's happening in global real estate market, or they're ready to bring that money back in Palm Jebel Ali?
That's a very good question. And in fact, up until 2 years ago, I actually thought Dubai is yet on another upswing, which inevitably will be followed by another bust. But in the last 2 years, the more and more I looked at Dubai, and I spent considerable amounts of time in Dubai in the last 2 years, I realized that the dynamics are changing. Because I first visited Dubai close to 30 years ago. I used to be an auditor and a financial auditor, and we had a business unit in Dubai, and we used to audit that business unit. This is back in 2000, 2001, so we're talking 25 years ago. In those days, my impressions of Dubai from those days, and then what happened in between, like prices going up and up and up, and then 2008 a bust, and then 2012, 14 another bust, and things like that. And what I saw in Dubai is, as I keep saying, I saw that there aren't enough end users. There aren't enough people wanting to actually live and set roots in Dubai. And the whole thing is fueled by investors. And in every market where majority of the buyers are investors who are buying with a short to medium term plan, a bust is unavoidable. It's a bit like crypto.
We talked about end users and the problem with it in our first episode, actually. You guys can watch that, Istanbul and Dubai, pros and cons. In many ways, we discussed it. And do you think still people will follow this hype? You know what I mean? Like, it's just buying something again that
I do know.
We don't know the end story.
I do know what you mean. And today, in the last 3 years, there are more millionaires and billionaires going to Dubai than in the 3 years prior to that. What I'm trying to say is, and these statistics are out there for everyone to see, every passing day, wealth is moving out of US, UK, Europe, China, for all obvious reasons. Let's not even go into it. I think everyone understands why.
Yeah.
Wealth is moving out and looking for new homes. And right now, Dubai is right on top of that list. If you look at the statistics of money flowing into Dubai, money is flowing into Dubai at an accelerating rate. There doesn't seem to be any decrease. And there doesn't seem to be any end of deep-pocketed people all around the world who can easily populate, well, relatively, what is a very, very, very tiny place called Palm Jebel Ali. And these people, they want to be there. These people, they want that statement. They want that status symbol. They want that my home is the most expensive. My home is the best of the best, at the best place of the best place.
What do you think is behind the success of Palm Jumeirah, and possibly even, if it happens, Palm Jebel Ali, of Dubai? What's behind it? How did they manage to have this story of ambition out there in the middle of the desert?
I think it's innovation. I think it's invention. I think these guys, they keep reinventing it, but
changing their minds, changing their opinions.
They keep reinventing it. I mean, look at it. That's why I said Palm Jebel Ali for me is the phoenix moment of Dubai, from ashes to yet another brilliance. And I can see it happening when they reintroduced, or rather relaunched, Palm Jebel Ali back in 2023. Well, only 2.5, 3 years ago now. Back in 2023. And when they launched, I think 4 of those arms, what's known as the fronts, when they launched 4 of them with the villas, all of the villas were sold at pre-launch stage. Pre-launch
But
stage
why
means
did you describe it as something that when you said Palm Jebel Ali is a story of reinvention, but not about it's not a story about perfection?
yes.
Why? Why did you say that? I wonder.
What I said is I don't think Dubai is necessarily chasing perfection there. I think they're reinventing it because, well, exactly as you said, if you look at the story of Palm Jebel Ali, it is scarred with what appears to be a failure, to an extent that early investors back in 2002, prior to 2008, they had to be reimbursed because it didn't happen. So that's not perfection. That's not perfection. So we admit that. We know that that's happened, and we're relaunching and reinventing it, because the new Palm Jebel Ali isn't the same blueprint of the Jebel Ali of 2002-2008 period. It's a much more improved version of that. So the Jebel Ali they're building now isn't exactly the same infrastructure, same architecture, same
Of course, it's been
proposition
so many
as the
years, yeah.
Jebel Ali from 20 years ago. They improved the idea, so they are building an improved one right now. But they're not after perfection in the sense that they admit what happened, they reinvent, just like the Phoenix. They reinvent and move on. And the testimony to its success so far, from what I can see, is that anything and everything that goes on the market, it's a pre-launch stage. And pre-launch means you don't even know what you're buying.
Yeah.
You're reserving space. You're
Air
reserving
space.
space. Anything and everything that is at pre-launch stage
this is
is
different
sold
than
within
Istanbul
hours
market.
of the
Yeah.
pre-launch.
This is exactly why we launched this channel, to follow these changes, innovation, and as I say many times, you guys are all part of it. So please let us know if you want some specific topics for us to discuss, as I'm new as well in all of this real estate market, global money, where is it going? And Cameron's really, I think, trying to explain to me many of these things. And I do want to follow the hype and understand it, as I think if you don't do it, if you don't follow these trends, you are in big trouble in this world of changes.
100%.
So thanks for watching. I think I think we managed to clarify many things about Palm Jebel Ali.
I mean, look, we talked about Palm Jebel Ali.
Yeah.
We said, I believe in it, and I can see that a lot of wealth will be flowing there for investment, as well as to make it a home there.
Yeah.
Due to how Dubai is shaping, and due to the current world dynamics playing straight into the hands of Dubai, just like 20 years ago, or close up to 20 years ago, with the global crisis, something unthinkable or totally unexpected happened, that negatively impacted Dubai and everywhere else. Today, what is happening is very positively impacting Dubai. If you're someone listening with deep pockets, and you have to have rather deep pockets to get into Palm Jebel Ali, watch out for pre-launches to come in the funds that haven't been launched yet. And over the next 1 year, there will be at least a few of these pre-launch offers on the market on premium strategic locations of Palm Jebel Ali. So I think this is really how we should close the show. We talked about Palm Jebel Ali.
Yeah.
And now, what is about to happen from a real estate viewpoint? Well, watch it, because pre-launches are coming in the next year, 2026.
Right. I have to really wrap up the show. People need to work here.
Well, they can work.
And
I
we
can
are
hear
so
them
loud
working.
talking about Palm Jebel Ali. Anyway, thanks, Cameron. It's been a pleasure. Although he never lets me conclude the show. He needs to say something extra and extra and
you
extra
can
and extra.
conclude the show.
It's okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't mind, actually. That was a good point. Look at these off-plan pre-launches. We have all the information here at Place Overseas as well. And yeah, let's see what happens. Palm Jebel Ali. That's it for this week. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.